friends, my name is Alex and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I'm super glad you're here today because I have something I'm really excited to talk to you guys about, and that is the books coming out in November and December 2022 that I am super excited for and cannot wait to get my hands on and read. I love to keep up with what new books are coming out. I pre-order a ton of books. I love to support authors in that way, and I get super excited about new releases from authors that I love or in genres that I love. So I have a list of a few books from the end of the year, November and December releases that I want to go through and let you know about if you haven't heard them, or talk to you about in the comments if you are also excited about them. So let me know in the comments what November and December releases you are excited about, whether we have some of the same ones or whether yours are totally different. I want to know, I want to hear about it and get excited about new release books with you. So let's get into this list. I am going to start with ones that are either starting a new series or standalones, and then at the end I will do a couple of sequels that are coming out that I am also looking forward to. So the first November release that I want to talk to you about comes out November 1st, and that is The Luminaries by Susan Dennard. This is actually a book that I am currently reading. I received an arc of this from NetGalley, and I am loving it so much so far. So The Luminaries is a young adult contemporary fantasy novel about a town called Hemlock Falls, which is completely off the map, and it is inhabited by people who call themselves the Luminaries. The Luminaries are kind of these protectors of the world, because there is a forest where at night a mist comes, and out of it come these nightmare creatures, werewolves, banshees, all sorts of things like that. And the Luminaries hunt them and protect the outside world from finding out about these things and getting attacked by these things. So Winnie Wednesday is our main character, and her family used to be a big part of the Luminaries. Her mother was the lead hunter until they became outcasts, and it is Winnie's greatest desire to restore her family's honor and to go through the hunter trials to become a Luminary hunter and hunt these nightmares. So we follow Winnie as she is entering herself in the trials, and she teams up with a local bad boy to try and train herself to become a hunter and get through these trials. And as she's going through her trials, there might be something even darker happening, some new nightmares that they have never heard of and don't know how to face. So this is a super exciting, kind of perfect fall vibe book, and I am really excited to finish it and really excited for more people to get to read it. Another November 1st release that I am really excited to get my hands on is Keeper of Enchanted Rooms by Charlie Holmberg. This book sounds so interesting, and I don't know quite how to classify it. I'm guessing it's kind of in the magical rom-com genre. We have our main character, Merritt, who is a writer, and he inherits a magical home that he wants to move into, but this home is a little angsty. It slams doors on him and doesn't want to let him leave. So he hires a keeper of enchanted rooms to come and help him tame this house, but also maintain its historical and magical qualities. So this keeper decides that she needs to move in to come help him figure out what is going on with this home. And I don't need to know anything more than that from there. It sounds super fun. I am really excited to read that one. Next, we have The Cloisters by Katie Hayes, and this is a debut novel that is dark academia, and I love that genre. So I am very excited to check this one out. It is about an elite circle of researchers in New York City who discover a magical tarot deck. And I don't know a whole ton about this one. It is a newer one to me that I have just recently heard about. I am really interested in this one, really intrigued by the concept, and hoping to pick it up. Then we have Saint by Adrienne Young, who is the author of Fable and Namesake, and Saint is a prequel story to Fable about the character from Fable called Saint. So I don't want to give too many details on this one because that would potentially give spoilers to Fable if you are interested in reading it. But in this story, we follow a young man and his adventures becoming a kind of renowned traitor villain character in the Narrows, which is the nautical fantasy world where Fable is set. So I am really, really looking forward to this one. I am a huge fan of Adrienne Young's, and I cannot wait to read Saint's backstory. Also coming out on November 29th, we have A Wilderness of Stars by Shay Earnshaw. So in this book, we follow our main character, Vega, who lives in a world that is kind of ravaged by a terrible sickness, and Vega has a secret power. She is what's known as the last astronomer, and she is trying to keep this a secret. However, she does have a tattoo that marks her as this special astronomer, and when people figure out what she is, they start to hunt her. So Vega has to team up with some protectors and head out on an adventure to interpret the magic of the stars and hopefully save herself and the land. Next, we have Five Survive by Holly Jackson. This is a YA contemporary thriller mystery, which I am super excited to read. Holly Jackson is the author of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which was a great series, and I am really excited to read what she has coming out next. Five Survive is the story of a girl named Red and her friends who are taking an RV to the beach for their spring break, and on their drive, they break down and they start to realize that this was not an accident. Somebody is out there who knows who they are and wants to get them. And one person in their group has a secret that this person is willing to kill for. So over the course of a few hours, this story takes place of these friends figuring out each other's secrets and trying to stay alive. And it sounds so good. Next up, on December 6th, we have The Poison Season by Mara Rutherford. And this is the story of a girl named Lilo who lives on an island community that is surrounded by a bloodthirsty forest and a poison lake. And this community is very secluded, very secretive. They don't like outsiders, but Lilo's brother is about to be exiled if he doesn't develop his kind of magical powers that he's supposed to. And when Lilo finds a stranger about to enter their village but drowning in the lake, she decides to betray her community and save him. And the book is the story of what ensues from that, and I am very interested, very curious. I have enjoyed Mara Rutherford's writing in the past, and I think this one sounds like an excellent read. Now to get into our sequels. Those are all of the standalones or beginnings of series that I am super excited for in the next couple of months, but there are a few sequels coming out in November and December that I cannot wait for. So we have A Fire Endless by Rebecca Ross, which is the sequel to A River Enchanted, one of my absolute favorite reads of 2021, and I cannot wait for the sequel to find out what is going to happen. And I believe this is a duology, so find out how this story is going to end. So A River Enchanted is a Scottish-inspired adult fantasy novel in which a boy named Jack is on the mainland. He's studying at a school to become a musician, and he is called back to his home island of Cadence in order to help with a mystery that is going on. And here on the island, some young women have been taken, they have disappeared, and he has to team up with his old arch rival in order to use his magical musical abilities to call on the spirits of the world and figure out the mystery of where are these young girls disappearing to and how can they get them back. I absolutely adore this book, and I cannot wait to read the sequel, and Rebecca Ross's writing is absolutely stunning, and I really, really highly recommend that if you have not read A River Enchanted, you pick that one up and look out for A Fire Endless when it comes out in December. In November, we also have Bloodmarked coming out, which is the sequel to Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. I cannot wait for the continuation of this series. It is a young adult contemporary fantasy about a young girl named Bree who is in an early college program at University of North Carolina, and she has just lost her mother. She's just gone through a terrible tragedy, and when she gets to her early college program, she starts to see some crazy things like demons, and ends up wrapped up in a secret society based on King Arthur and the Round Table, basically of these descendants of King Arthur, and they are carrying out some magical responsibilities of keeping the world safe from demons. As Bree gets entangled in this society, she starts to make some new friends and also figure out some things not only about the society, but about her own family's background as well. And there is a lot that happens. It is a very action-packed story, and as well as a very touching and emotional story of Bree's discovery of herself. And I absolutely recommend this read and can't wait for the sequel, Bloodmarked, to be released. I am also looking forward to 9 Liars by Maureen Johnson, which is the 5th installment in the Truly Devious series, which is a really fun young adult contemporary mystery series. We follow Stevie Bell, who is a young crime aficionado who is accepted into the prestigious Ellingham Academy, where all of the students are there to kind of study their very, very specific passion. Stevie's passion is crime, and it just so happens that there is a mystery surrounding Ellingham Academy and its owner. A long time ago, his family, his daughter and his wife, disappeared, and there was a note left by a person named Truly Devious who committed this crime, but it was never fully solved, and Stevie is here convinced that she is finally going to crack this case and figure out what happened to Ellingham's wife and daughter all of those years ago. So I am really excited for the continuation of this fun series. It has been a ride to follow Stevie and her friends. They are really unique characters and super fun and quirky, and I really enjoy it. The last new release I want to talk to you guys about is Heart of the Sun Warrior by Sulin Tan, which is the sequel to Daughter of the Moon Goddess. In this story, we follow our main character, who is the daughter of the Moon Goddess, and she is a secret. So her mother ended up taking an immortality potion that was not hers to take, and for punishment, she was exiled to live on the moon. And there she's raised her daughter in secret. Nobody knows she exists until one day her magic flares and people from the Celestial Empire come to investigate. So our main character has to leave the moon and flee, and she ends up in the Celestial Empire where she makes relationships, gets trained as a warrior, and this is all her story of trying to get her mother freed from her sentence so that she no longer has to be a prisoner on the moon. I highly recommend this read, and I am really looking forward to the sequel coming out very soon. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope maybe you have heard about a new book that you were not aware of. If you added something new to your list of want to read books, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear which ones you are interested in and excited for. And if I missed any, let me know what else is coming out that you can't wait to read. There are also a ton of 2023 releases, so I am sure I will do another similar video in the next couple of months of books that are coming out next year that I am looking forward to. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you are interested in more content from me, such as 2023 releases, as well as monthly wrap-up videos, book recommendation videos, unboxings, all sorts of fun bookish content, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to hang out with you some more. And that is all I have for you today, so I will talk to you in the next one. Have a great day.